Comment, like, and subscribe right now.
Just getting a little bit warmer, Colleen.
You took the words right out of my mouth, my friends. Yeah, we have some temperatures that are really close to where they should be for June. The humidity, not too bad when you consider it's June, but that's all changing. We will be getting warmer. So if this is too warm for you, well, maybe you should pack your bags because it's not improving, let me tell you. All right, so temperatures right now, we're sitting in the lower to mid 80s. The coast is the place to be. If you're looking for relief, head out to the water, right? Just make sure that you're wearing that sunblock because the UV index has been high all day. Of course, when the sun goes down, we don't have that danger, but it can be strong and it can give you a sunburn very quickly, 15 minutes or less. As we look at across our inland locations, we have some upper 80s, low 90s, some areas warmer than others. Now, we have a lot of dry air in place. That's been giving us these lower dew points. The sun is what makes it feel so warm because we really don't have a lot of cloud cover like we did 2 days ago. So the dew points, when they're in the mid 60s, not too bad. Of course, the dew points do get higher at night and in the morning. So these dew points that you see here on this graph, these are generally for the morning, but they are getting on the rise as we move into this upcoming week because that moisture is building back into the region and we will have rain chances return to our forecast. But when you look at the actual air temperature and compare it to the humidity, and that's how you get the heat index, the number at the top there, it's really not that far different. For example, in Tampa, it will be around 90 degrees for tomorrow, but it will feel about 2 to 3 degrees warmer. On super humid days like Monday, it actually feels like it's about 5 degrees warmer, right? It feels like it's in the triple digits, 5 to 10 degrees warmer. All right, so moisture, let's talk about it. We have some dry air that's been in our area. That's why we really haven't seen much rain and had sunshine the last 2 days. That little dry air, pocket of dry air, will try to sneak right back in come Tuesday, but we're not going to have quite as much of it as we have seen the last couple of days. And then as we move into the end of the week, and towards next weekend, we have that increase in moisture. You see those southeasterly winds basically getting back to our rainy season pattern. So looking at the European model here, this is going into tomorrow. We will have a chance for rain, but most of it's south of our area. Manatee, Sarasota, DeSoto, Highlands County. I can't get my words out today. These are the areas that will have a few showers, but you can see how that rain starts to increase and head more northward as we move throughout the week. So here we go into Tuesday, a little bit further into Wednesday, and Wednesday looking soggier. Thursday, yeah, so you get the picture. So we get back into that rainy season pattern. Those southeasterly winds pushes that moisture up our coast and returns it back to Tampa Bay. Satellite radar showing quiet conditions right now. We have an easterly wind blowing in all that dry air from the Atlantic. High pressure set up in the Atlantic right now. Satellite radar a little bit closer showing just a couple of puffy cumulus clouds. Man, Eric, I think it's time for me to get a coffee or something. Boy, oh boy. 96 for that daytime high. I bumped it up a notch. The record temperature for Tampa, 97. We'll see if we manage to tie that record. It will be a close one, but with the humidity factored in, humidity will be higher. We'll feel like it's the lower triple digits for Monday. And that trend really continues. We do cool down a little bit thanks to those downpours that return to our forecast for the next couple of afternoons, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, basically getting back into that summertime. Producing some smaller hail, about marble-sized hail. That's about a ½ inch in diameter. Also, we may see some winds around 50 miles per hour. Now, remember, in order to get a severe thunderstorm warning, we would have to have some winds closer to 60 miles per hour, about 58 miles per hour. And we would also have hail that's about the size of a good old American quarter. So we're getting there, but yeah, a lot of lightning out there right now. That's the main threat that we're seeing with these storms. Of course, we get the downpours too. It's great to see the rain. Let's take another radar tour here. We did one at the start of the show. That storm that's north of Sonota-Sassa is now moving into the Pasco area, so Pasco County area. So just to the east of Lando Lakes and to the west of Zephyr Hills, kind of threading that area. That's where we're seeing all of that lightning, indicating that that storm is still pretty strong. And then over in Hillsborough County, just north of Brandon, we also have an isolated storm out there that also has some oomph to it. That is slightly out to the west of Willow Oak. All right, moving up into Hernando and Pasco County now, and even Citrus County you can see on here. Again, we have some storms that are closer to I-75 near Lake Lindsay, just to the southeast east of that, and then Inverness, we have some storms that are to the north of that in far northern Citrus County at this time. Out here yet, but I faced this camera out toward the east because I wanted to see this big cloud that's stacking up there. This is a good sign that those storms are nearby in the area. You have all of that lift, all of that rising air, and then it just cries itself out. So just be on the lookout. You don't want to be outside if lightning threatens. Lightning does not qualify a storm as severe. We have to have that hail as well as those stronger winds. Right now, the winds are just around 50 miles per hour. Moving into the rest of tonight, we have that boundary setting up. So again, Pasco, northern Hillsborough, northern Pinellas, and Hernando County, all seeing that heavier rain. Northern Polk County, that leads into about 9 p.m. tonight. So we do have a couple rounds of this for the next few hours. Have your phone with you nearby just in case we need to alert you of anything. I don't think these storms bring too much more than its bark, right? No big bite. As we move into tonight, around 11 to about midnight, we have some storms that are holding on in Polk County as well. Hey, this is some good news. We have moisture content that's on the rise moving into tomorrow and even Monday. That means that we get good amount of rain coming out of these isolated storms that do bubble up. But then dry air noses in for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then those rainfall totals will shoot right back up for Thursday and Friday, making some saturated days again because we have that increase in tropical moisture. No tropical threats as far as storms forming, so that's good. Forecast rainfall over the next week. Anywhere from 1 to about 3 inches, even 4 inches in some localized spots. So that's good because we certainly could use it. Temperatures right now in the upper 80s, low 90s, but feeling a lot warmer than that with that extra humidity, especially when it's hot.
So process and feel.